From the campus of Nashville Christian High School in growing and gracious Bellevue, Tennessee, this is Mike McPherson with Ron McClary, and we're bringing you action, Coach, with Davidson Academy coming over to visit the Nashville Christian Eagles. And, Coach, what does this game mean for district standings? I know we've struggled, and anyway.
Well, I can tell you any win would be good for us as far as district standings. I know we may be at the bottom right now or on the bottom half of that, but any win will improve our chances to increase our seed,
Right, and, our guys, it's a young team. First-year coach Russell Frazier, I think he's done a great job.
Absolutely.
But you got a first-year coach with a team that's very young, and, they've been in a lot of games. I know they've struggled somewhat. But Davidson Academy pounced us pretty good last time, so let's hope we can make a game out of it. The starting lineups are just about to be announced, and we'll start with Davidson. And we'll take a timeout. We'll be back here in just a second. Well, back here for boys action at Nashville Christian School in Bellevue, Tennessee. This is Mike McPherson, Ron McClary bringing you the action. And the Davidson Academy Bears being introduced. That's Stone Martin, or Norton, excuse me. Number 23, Drew Bowling. 24, Trevor Horton. 30, Isaiah Shaw. 32, Gray Gustafson. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. And now for your Nashville Christian Eagles. We've got a little bit of a starting lineup.
Your Nashville Christian boys. Junior guard,
number 2, Luke Catalone.
Freshman guard,
number 10, freshman Jalen Marsh. And finally eligible for his first game, sophomore, 12, Martise Edwards, and he's getting quite an ovation starting in his first game he's eligible. Senior postman Jaden Barlar, number 22. And junior shooting guard, number 25, Morgan Anderson. We'll have coming off the bench Matt McClary.
Josh Strickland.
And Josh Strickland primarily. And so big game just for momentum. You want to win every game, and every game, especially when you've struggled, is any win is a feather in your cap. And so we're ready for the tip-off. As Jaden Barlar will be jumping against Stone Norton. And Davidson Academy has a very athletic football team, and some of these guys are helping out in basketball. And so, after a pretty long girls game, we're ready to finally start action here at 8:03 Tuesday night. Ball up, tip controlled, deflected away, and Davidson Academy with the ball. Isaiah Shaw hands over to Horton. Ball screen set out on top. Look for the back door. They skip across. It's number 24, Horton driving. Driving baseline, hanging jumper in the air is no good. We clear the boards. Here's Luke Catalone into front court. He's going to be trapped. They're coming out with looks like a 1-3-1 of sorts. Jalen Marsh and Martise Edwards playing catch out top. We go to Anderson in the corner. Gets out of there with it. Martrice, nice long cross-court pass to Luke. Luke to Martrice. He gives nicely to Barlar. And Coach Frazier said he's really good at assists. He's looked good in practice, Coach.
Yeah, he sees the floor well.
Nice pressure there put on by Nashville Christian. Barlar all over Norton, who drives, and we come up with a steal. Jalen Marsh, freshman, roaring past the timeline, kicks to Anderson, drives, hanging 15-footer, no good. Nice looking shot, but the ball is scraped away by Shaw. They come into front court. We'll start. I've got to find out how to pronounce his name. Norton kicks it inside to Bowling, and they rip the ball around. Here's number 32, gunning it, Gustafson. Coach, you know his name. I can't pronounce that right.
I think it's Gustafson.
Gustafson, okay,
Greg
I like
Gustafson.
that. Edwards already has one assist. He's going to give to Luke. Luke shot fakes. Cross-court pass to Jalen, and they're going to call him for a double dribble, I believe. No, it's not. What was the call there?
I have no idea.
So we set the court. We lead 2-0, 6:12 to go. And to Morgan, inside to Jaden. Powers it up. Good. Nice assist and nice finish. Barlar with the first 4 points. And Davidson gunning up the three. This is Stone Norton. It will rim out. No good. They scrape away the boards. Horton. Ball deflected away by Martise Edwards. Again, making his start here and getting a very enthusiastic reception by our student section. Davis Academy facing a man-to-man. They've got a 5-out action going, a little motion. We let him go baseline, and Stone Norton makes a nice layup there. It's 4-2, 5:35 to go. Here's Marsh. Left side, deflected back. He picks up in back court. Here's the 1-3-1 pressure. Luke drives baseline. Kicks it to Martise. A little too hard on the pass. Norton in court, front court, and he is fouled. And Norton, he's a good athlete. He just looked very relaxed on that drive.
Yeah, he is. He's signed with Florida Atlantic or Florida International. Florida International, I think, for quarterback.
Good looking athlete. He's going to step the line for 2 shots. Davidson Academy down 4-2. Now still 4-2. The ball rimming out. Very enthusiastic crowd here on Pink Out as we're closing down the last few games of the regular season. Stone knocks the second one down, and it's 4-3, 5:18 to go. Martise Edwards into front court on the right side. Lobs across to Jaden. We've handled the pressure nicely so far. Trapped in the corner. That's where Davidson hurt you, but Luke gets it out of there nicely. Yeah. We got a pass fake. Here comes Stone, and he's going to be fouled, and I believe they got him while shooting. Martise Edwards with the foul, and so early 2 fouls here on Nashville Christian. Stone knocks it home to tie the score. Coach Kevin Harper giving instructions up. He's got a nice little 1-3-1 there. We handled it nicely. We just didn't pass fake there. 5:02 to go. Stone off the back of the rim. Barlar with the board and clears to Catalone. Catalone sets the court, and they come up to trap him. He gets out of it nicely. Gives to Marsh, who gives to Martise in the corner. Martise asking for help. He splits the trap nicely, gets out of there. Cross court to Marsh. Marsh to Anderson. Did he make it? He made it. Morgan Anderson with 3. We lead 7-4. They counter, and coming back to answer is Isaiah Shaw, and we're tied at 7. And they know to get out on Anderson. They just didn't do it that time as we moved it nicely, and that's can be money for him. Now Luke will gun. He'll gun a 3, and he will answer with a tray, and there's going to be, surely that's going to be, they're calling a block on that. And I tell you, I know we're homers here, but I don't know what else you can do. I don't know what else you can do.
Most of the crowd does not agree.
And so it's hard to see it sometimes in live action, but in real time, we lead by 3. Nice motion here by Davidson. They set a back pick for Norton, who comes into the lane. Jaden nicely guards him, but number 32 slice in is Gustafson, and he powers it in. We lead 10-9. Cross court, Marsh in the corner to Anderson. Thinks better of it. Cross court to Catalone. He guns it again and off the rim. Nice shot. And Davidson ripping the ball in the front court. And
who's that on?
Did we foul again? Martise has got to learn not to reach. Is that his second?
Yes.
So Martise has to sit down early. Josh Strickland into the contest. 10-9, 3:39 to go. Davidson trailing by 1. And a little screen-to-screener action. And Davidson Academy will gun up a 3. That ball off the mark. Barlar scrapping with Bowling, and the alternate possession goes to Nashville Christian, leading 10-9 with 3:29 to go in first quarter action. As we really got pummeled over there, but we're staying in there with them right now. Long way to go. Get to Strickland in the corner, bounces to Luke. Luke Catalone rips it over to Jalen. Jalen penetrates, draws the trap over to Catalone. He fakes, then guns, then bangs. He hit that one from Sawyer Brown Road. We lead 13-9. Nice shot, nice movement by the Eagles. Davidson Academy driving, kicking into the corner. This is Gustafson, and he misses, powering up, and we get away with the block. And another one in Barlar. Nice job. Rejects 2. Gets the board. Clears to Luke Catalone. 2:45 to go. We lead 13-9 and set the court. Luke cross court, Anderson. Anderson draws the trap, tries to get out of it, skips to Strickland. Strickland, nice pass fake. Another nice pass fake. But Norton caught it with his foot, and we're going to have a timeout. And from Nashville Christian, with 2:32 to go in the first quarter, we've off to a good start. We lead the Davidson Academy Bears 13-9. Back in a moment. Ready to resume play. Mike McPherson and Ryan McCleary bringing you action here. Nashville Christian School on a cold Tuesday night. Left side to Catalone, who's hit 2 threes. We are 3 of 3 from three-point range. Is that right, Coach?
I think so.
Jalen?
Actually,
right side.
Catalone missed 1.
That's right, 3 of 4, and now 3 of 5. Anderson a little short. Davidson clears it, comes into front court. Isaiah Shaw with it. He'll drive baseline, kicks it nicely to Norton. Cutting down the lane, Barlar with his 3rd block. And then he intimidates on that one. And Luke is going to be called by the outside official. And
Wow.
We've just got to be careful of reaching. So Luke commits our 5th foul. Matt McCleary will be checking into the lineup. And 2:03 to go. Davidson Academy on the baseline. Cross screens. And they kick it out top. And gunning Shaw for a long 3. And strips it in. Cutting the lead 13-12. Jalen Marsh for Nashville Christian into front court with 1:48 to go in the first quarter. Nice cross court pass McCleary. Nice pass fake to Strickland. Kicks across to Marsh. He'll gun the 3. Did he make it? He made it. So we're shooting nicely from three-point range, Coach. Get the 16-12 lead, 1:36 to go in our first canto here. Strickland reaches and got beat there. Nice bounce pass under to Shaw, layup good.
Lost her man.
16-14, Eagles on top, 1:23 to go here on Sawyer Brown Road. They come out to trap. We find Jaden nicely, but he's going to lose it on the baseline as we hit him where we wanted to hit it.
Yeah.
1:15 to go.
Got to be ready for that pass.
You got to always be ready. You never know when it's coming.
That's a good look.
And we've passed the ball pretty well tonight,
Yeah.
I think. The clock is approaching 1:10. as Davidson Academy approaches the timeline, coming past on the ball screen and gunning a three, banking it off in and out as Jimenez misses. Marsh gives to Anderson. To Strickland in the corner, bounces back to Anderson. 54 seconds to go. And let's see if we hold it for one shot. 48 seconds to go. Cross court McClary. And the trap, they backed off the defensive pressure because we have handled it well and gunned the threes. And I think that's the reason for a little more tentative zone here. 36 seconds to go. McClary and Anderson playing catch, going for one shot. Good move by Coach Frazier. 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. 16-14, Eagles lead. Jalen Marsh, cross-court pass, Matt McClary, who will stand and hold it smartly. No need to pass if there's no pressure. Now Matt asks Jalen to stay back out. And 15 seconds to Marsh to set the play. We get a ball screen. Marsh drives. And he's going to throw it away. It's deflected. Davidson walk. We're going to get it back. Good call by the officials. Ryan McClary saw it first and called it.
I've got the Eagles perch up here, Coach.
You're wasting your career. You ought to be out there refereeing.
I can spot dimes up here.
6.9. Jalen Marsh past the timeline. 6. He'll drive. He ought to kick to Morgan, who was wide open for the kick out with 2.8. We had exactly what we wanted. Here's the long pass to Davidson. He's going to gun the three at the buzzer, and he makes it. Greg Estenon, and I'm telling you, we let him get behind us, but we should have had the three at the buzzer. We had Anderson spotted open, and Davidson gets their first lead at the buzzer. It's been a pretty good first quarter with the score. Davidson Academy 17, National Christian 16. That's just textbook where we had it. Back at Nashville Christian, and we had an opportunity there to hit a three and go up by 4. Instead, turnover, and Davidson Academy capitalizes and guns it nicely at the buzzer. Take a 1-point lead. Setting the court is Jimenez. Pressure by Strickland, gets a ball screen. The ball deflected over here on the sideline, and Bowling has it knocked out, and Davidson Academy will retain possession between the balloons there. And they whip it around nicely. And that's Shaw, and I tell you, you got to watch him. He is ripping.
Got to get a hand up.
And it's 20-16 now. Davidson's gone to a basic 2-3 zone. We are 4 out, 1 in. McClary and Strickland swinging around to Marsh. Back to McClary. Inside nicely to Strickland. He drives, lays it up a little short. And I tell you, that is no call. I thought both kids went straight up, but they're going to call that on Stone Norton. And Stone did not react, so maybe it was a good call. We trail by 4 here after really controlling the first quarter to an extent. Now to Anderson. He's going to gun a collegiate three, and he's going to make a collegiate three. And we cut it back to 1, 20-19. Davidson, 7:15 to go, second quarter action. Jim Rez is going to get an illegal pick. That's going to be a big one on Stone Norton, the Florida International signee. And they're going to have to get him out of there. And that's at the 7-11 mark, and that's a big foul, getting him to sit down. Outstanding mid-state athlete. Jalen Marsh, left side McClary, a little bit of a trap there. Jalen rips it to Anderson. Anderson cross court to McClary. McClary pass fakes, backs out of there. Gives to Josh Strickland in the corner. McClary penetrates nicely, gives it to Barlar, spins, and it's a nice move. Didn't quite connect. Davidson in the front court with the 1-point lead, and turning the ball over on the palm is Drew Jimenez. So Davidson Academy with the turnover and Nashville Christian with a chance to take the lead again. 6:44 to go here at Pink Out Night for the Eagles. Busy week this week. We got 3 games and activities on every night. Josh Strickland, nice pass to McClary, bounced for Barlar, and Strickland probably should have just taken it on up there.
He's right at the basket.
Yeah, a little too close to bounce that. I think Jaden was setting up for the rebound, so Josh needs, again, a freshman, he's just taking on up there. Again, a young team we've got here on the floor. Barlar, only senior in there. And here's a long 3 once again. And guess who? It's Isaiah Shaw, coach, and he's got.
Yeah. He's got. Let's see. What is he? What does he have? 14.
And I think that's his 4-3. Nashville Christian skipping the ball across. McClary looking and bounces into Barlar again, up and under. Nice, powers it up, and he drew the foul. McClary with a nice bounce. Barlar was patient there. He did not rush it, and then got the man up in the air with a nice shot fake. Want to try to shot fake without bringing that ball down, but Jaden made a nice move there, and he guns it up and off the back rim. That one didn't look good. So roll it off those first 2 fingers, Jaden. 6:01 to go. We trail by 4. That one looked a lot better, but off the back rim. And so, 4-point lead, Davidson. We played them close. Dominated much the first quarter, but they've hit some big threes also, as have we. And they set a backdoor screen on the baseline. McClary picks it up, and they're struggling, but back the ball out of there. And they swing it and set a backdoor flex cut. Yeah, McClary going to have trouble staying on him, and Coach Russell Frazier calls timeout as they get into the big man there. And timeout with the score, Nashville Christian trailing 25-19. Back at Nashville Christian. Second quarter action, 5:38 to go. Nashville Christian inbounding it. Back court on the baseline, Matt McClary will give to Jalen Marsh as we trail by 6. Controlled much of the first quarter, gave up a big 3 at the buzzer, and the momentum has switched to them. Strickland on the baseline with the floater. It's a little long. Barlar battling nicely, keeps the ball high, and pounds it in for his 6-point. 25-21. Nice work by Barlar. He's done a good job on the boards tonight. Got 3 rejections, 3 rebounds. Marsh, nice pressure. The ball deflected, and Davidson Academy stepped on that mid-court line, surely. Is that what they're going to call? Yes. And one official didn't see it, and the other one did a good job of coming up. That's what you're supposed to do.
Yep.
The old thing about it's not your call is bunk.
It is.
The TOSA has told us that is not a proper reaction by referee to say it's not my call. Because if somebody else sees it, they are supposed to call it, and they did a nice job there. McClary hits Anderson at the elbow for a hanging 15-footer, and nice threading of the needle. McClary to Anderson. We cut it back to 2, 4:52 to go. Here's Norton back into the contest, and they're going to throw the ball away. Norton, fine, outstanding football player, good athlete, but threw that one a little wide, and we have a chance to regain or tie. And Marsh over to Anderson.
This is the most we've had as far as getting the ball inside that I've seen.
McClary will gun a collegiate, little long. Norton with the board. 4:30 to go in the second quarter action. Norton wants to take it all the way. Marsh, he got him up in the air. Jaden's got to stay on the floor there. And Jaden's done a good job of putting up a wall tonight. Didn't do it then, and they regained a 4-point lead. We come roaring past the timeline. 4:15 to go. Jalen shifts it to Matt, who gives to Anderson. Thought better of it. Nice decision. The McClary got up in the air,
Don't
but
do that.
bailed himself out. Strickland Back to Marsh, back to Strickland, left side. They go to Barlar. He pulls it on a floating, spinning 10-footer nicely. Back to 2. Here's Norton in front court. And he wants to take Jaden. Jaden cut him off nicely, but stay on the floor.
Oh.
Cross-court pass. Davidson in trouble. Oh, we went behind him, and he bangs it, but he misses it. We scramble, loose ball on the floor. Davidson Academy hits a nice cutter, and he's going to lose it back to us. So with 3:38 to go, a wild scramble there, and both teams trying to get hands on it, and we come up with it. 27-25, 3:38 to go. And Davidson with a 2-point lead and a 2-3 zone. They come out to put a little mock trap. McClary back to Marsh, who loses it, regains control. And don't pick the ball up out there. As Anderson need to throw overhead cross court.
No, Matt.
Matt threw it away inside. Norton past the timeline, slices nicely but misses. Marsh comes out of there. We've got numbers. He's coming down. We got Anderson for 3. He'll gun it. Did he make it?
No.
Off the rim. Down 2. Here's Shaw in the front court. Hasn't scored the second quarter, but or has he? I guess he has. Yeah, my bad. He's going to draw the foul there. Shaw, just a very deceptive player. With his frame, you think he's not going to do a lot out there, but very strong with the ball and an outstanding gunner. He'll go to the line. We're checking in Luke Catalone and Maurice Edwards, who've been out a while. And the left-hander puts it up there good. And back to a 3-point lead. And, Coach, it's been a pretty good game.
Yeah, it has.
Because we really got blasted out there at Davidson Academy, and we're right in this thing. Shaw misses this one. Catalone comes out of there with it. We come roaring past the timeline, down 3. 2:50 to go, second quarter. 2-3 zone still by Davidson. Our three-point shooting pulled them out of their 1-3-1 trap. So Catalone bounces to Strickland, and he's going to drive, powered up, and it's going to bounce good. He got a nice bounce, cuts it back to 1, and we get a good play.
Yep.
2:30 to go, second quarter, 28-27. Davidson Academy on top by 1. Stone comes out to give Shaw a screen, but Gunning instead the three-pointer, no good. Jaden Barlar out. He got hammered across the face. No call. Luke Catalone in the front court. We trail by 1, 2:15 to go. Maurice back in, and Luke faked an NBA into Maurice Edwards. He wants to penetrate, and his first shot, he draws the foul to bail him out.
It's a little late, wasn't it?
Yeah, Maurice, a little out of control, but he really got up in there, had nothing to do with it, and got bailed out. So Maurice goes line for a chance for his first varsity points, and he'll gun it up there. Got a very warm reception when he was announced to start. Been waiting for eligibility, and his first free throw is rather unspectacular.
He's got to get his game legs on there.
Drawing air there, and not the best beginning, but he's had a couple of good assists. All right. And the second one, it's in and out. Looked a lot better, though. 28-27. Here's Shaw in front court. Nice hanging fit. No, he has to hesitate, pulls it back out here to Norton. He'll try to take one-on-one, and he does as he bombs 3, as he got Barlar back on his heels. And he's been taking Jaden, and he pulled it at his face that time, 31-27. Jaden actually had pretty good defense on it.
He did. Yeah, you know.
Okay, we pull it out a little bit, trailing by 4 with 1.5 to go here. Luke directing traffic from the baseline, and we'll play a little catch here, and I kind of like this, Coach.
Yeah.
I'd like for us to go for 1.
That's a foul.
And Maurice gets in there. Nice to Barlar.
No.
But he airs it. Got to use the backboard. Maurice gets it back. Shot fake. No, he gives to Barlar, who up and under Maurice Edwards. Coach Frazier said he finds open people. But they also find number 32 wide open, gunning, as we don't respond to Gustafson, and he bombs it to give them back a 5-point lead. 1 minute to go, second quarter. Maurice Edwards sets the court, finding Barlar nicely that time. And Davidson's gone man-to-man. 50 seconds to go. And we struggle. We need to handle a little better. We're doing a little handoff action here. 40 seconds. Hand off to Anderson. He turns the corner. What will he do? He gets hanging in the air, and we didn't really want that.
No.
Not a bad shot in the middle of the quarter, but not when you're going for one. The ball went into the corner, driving baseline Davidson. We react pretty nicely. Stone takes it in, powers it up, no good. Jaden is going to get the jump ball called, and it will go to us. So with 22.3 to go and a 5-point deficit, we've got a chance to cut it to one possession. Martise Edwards walking the ball up. 15 seconds left. We call the play. A little 4-out motion here. Luke trying to get the ball. 9 seconds safe. They're trying to give it to Luke. He's looking to drop. We lay out, flatten out, 4 low. Luke takes it in, gives to Martise. He lays it up there, and he hit the floor. The bench is wondering where's the call. But the first quarter action, I tell you, it's really been a pretty good ball game, Coach.
It sure has.
Davidson Academy leading our Eagles 34-29, and we'll be back and give you a few stats here in just one moment. All right, this is Mike McPherson with Coach Ron McClary. And, Coach, we trail by 4, but some good things there in the first half. Give us a little rundown on scoring totals and a couple of thoughts.
Scoring totals for Davidson. Lead scorer is Isaiah Shaw, pretty hot hand from three-point. He's got 15. Stone Norton's got 11. Gray Gustafson has 5, and Ben Swan has 2. For the Eagles, Jaden Barlar has 10, Morgan Anderson 8, Luke Catalone has 6, Jalen Marsh has 3, and Josh Strickland has 2. The bulk of our work's been in the paint, Coach. I think we're working our inlet passes are working well. It's the most I've seen us work inside all year.
Right, and good teams are inside-out oriented, so hopefully we can get more of that, more of the same, and we've shot pretty well from the arc. Davidson Academy to face our man-to-man, begin action here in the third quarter. And they run a little flare for Shaw to open up, but we covered it nicely. They tried to open up with him, getting a 3. Luke gets a little trapped out top, and they get a nice look, but not a nice finish, and Kedlong in the front court. Martise hands off to Jalen Marsh out top, right side to Anderson, back to Martise Edwards. Jalen will drive baseline, kicks it in the corner. Anderson gunning it, and he made it, and he was fouled. That's a big play, Coach.
That is.
So we got an and 1 off a 3 with a chance for a 4-point play, 34-32, and a great way to open third quarter action, 7:18 to go. Anderson to complete the 4, and he got it. And 34-33, we're back to 1 point. And Jalen putting man-to-man pressure on Shaw out top. And this is Stone gunning it and making, that's his second 3. As Coach, he kind of sets you up. You think he's going to drive, get you on your heels, and then pulls up in your face.
Well, he finishes well at the rim, so
you have to honor that.
you do.
Anderson looks to Barlar, up and under. He's going against Stone. Turns the baby hook just a little short, gets it back, puts it up, good off the glass. Nice counter, and he stuck with it. 37-35. Barlar's got to be his best performance of the year.
Absolutely.
He's got his, is that 12?
12.
He's guarding Stone again. Stone making his move, turns. Stone may have walked, got away with it, misses the shot. Barlar guarded him pretty good on the finish. Here's Luke Catalong in the front court, crosses over, tries to go baseline, hanging, no good, but he gets his own board, pulls it back out. Over to Martise out top, and he'll set the court. 37-35, Davidson leading as we have a chance to tie it or take the lead here. We control the first quarter, they control the second, and now we've opened up nicely here in the third, but make an unforced error. 6 minutes left, third quarter, and Davidson against our man-to-man. Shaw over to Stone. Davidson drives baseline, powers it up there, no good. And there's Catalone throwing a long one to Anderson, who mishandles it, then lays it in as he gets it back. As that looked like a long quarterback pass, so we have tied it here. Martin gets inside, draws the foul, and 5:34 to go. Stone Martin will go to the line in a tie ball game, and he'll try to break it with 2 tosses. Eisen is off the front rim. (37-37) here at Nashville Christian in Bellevue, Tennessee, and he makes the second one. 38-37, 5.5 to go. Third quarter action. Jalen Marsh coming up. 4 out, 1 in. Jalen goes 1-on-1, gives it over to Catalone. Catalone looks for a ball screen, takes it into the circle, hands off to Anderson coming around, and pitches out to Marsh. He gets a nice ball screen and roll. Oh, they should have hit the roll, but Jaden's going to go up for it. Pallet back up and in. Jaden Barlar has come to play tonight. Davidson quickly in front court, but they are scrambling on the floor, and Davidson gets a timeout. Coach, talk about Barlar's
How about it?
presence.
Inside, he's getting rebounds, offensive rebounds and putbacks. We're getting the ball to him. Anytime you have your post player with 14 points.
All right, and he's our leading scorer. Is that right?
Yeah, he is.
And so we have retaken the lead. He set a great screen and rolled perfectly. We didn't see him on the roll. That would have been an uncontested layup. But he fought nicely after the missed basket to pound it back off the glass to give us a 39-38 lead at the 5:04 mark of the third canto.
Yeah, part of that's our youth, trying to see the whole court is tough when you're a freshman, but they're developing, which is good, obviously.
Right. And Davidson Martise takes it off him, drives in, lays it up, and they're going to call no call there. This is interesting. And he throws it away looking for Barlar. This is Shaw powering it all the way down and floats it nicely. May have gotten away with a carry, but he regained it, and nice floater. Shaw is just a heads-up player.
He is. He's a good basketball player.
Davidson in a struggle with us here after blowing us out at their place. Martise Edwards set the court, and he had a three, but inside Barlar is fouled and hammered.
Yep.
And our crowd wanted a targeting foul there.
That's really close right there.
That was almost helmet to helmet.
It was.
And Barlar will go to the line with 14 points, 4:32 remaining, and we trail by one. And this third quarter has been a good one, back and forth. Jaden, yes. 40-40, 4:32 to go. Jaden Isaac guns it, makes it. He strokes in two with nothing but nylon net and the bottom of the net. And we lead by one, under 4.5 to go. Anderson almost a steal. Stone looking for help. Left side, Davidson Academy drives into the lane. Kicks it out, gunning the ball up there and hitting a nice three-pointer is Greg Gustafson. And they regain the lead at 43-41 with 4:10 to go, third quarter. Luke Kettlone thought about a three, backs it out of there, and hands to Anderson, facing the 2-3 zone. Marsh flashes high post and gets out of there. Nashville Christian slowing it down nicely to Barlar. He looks, hangs, 10-footer. That's a nice shot, just didn't go. It's really a good look, and they throw length of the court nicely. And Shaw along the baseline, and he finally misses one, and he misses badly. Barlar with the board, gives to Luke Kettlone, looking in the front court. Should have hit Anderson, but now backs it out, hands to Edwards out top. We trail by two. Anderson and Edwards play catch. Luke to Jalen. He's going to gun at three off the front of the rim. And controlling the boards, Davidson ahead two. And they're going to give Stone. Stone's going to bounce it off the rim, but Davidson gets the boards, pulls it back out top. Swinging around Shaw, driving, kicks out, gunning. The three-pointer, no good. Horton misses. Stone gets it back. And Stone Norton with a nice board will go to the line for two with a 2-point lead and 3:05 to go. Ready to check in is Josh Strickland. Norton guns it, makes it. 44-41, they recapture a 3-point lead. And, Coach, a long way to go, but it's been a good ball game.
It sure has on both ends, Good pressure defense.
And, we want to win this game, but we've shown, we can get blown out and then come right back. And I think the mental and physical preparation has been great for our team to be in a game like this, this close after getting literally pummeled out there.
Well, I think it's just a sign of youth. It's inconsistency when you're playing young, and you try to grow, and that's what they're doing, and they're playing great tonight.
Norton gives his team a 4-point lead. So as we cross the timeline at the 3-minute mark, Nashville Christian will try to get it back to a one-possession game. Zone action again to Strickland, kicks it out. Back to Edwards. Edwards to Marsh. Back to Edwards. Edwards sets the court nicely into Barlar. Pounds it off the glass nicely. And Barlar is having his career game tonight. And just a lot of confidence here. I believe Stone walked there, and he bumps another three. And Davidson will call a timeout. And timeout with the score. Davidson Academy 48, Nashville Christian 43. All right, back ready to go here, and Barlar and Norton have battled it out here, Coach.
Yeah, Stone Norton with 20 points, Jaden with 18 points. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Let's see how it goes.
This is really a boxing match here.
It is.
Punching back and forth, 5-point lead for Davidson inside to Edwards. He gets his first varsity points on a nice pass. Strickland hits a cutting Martise Edwards. And we cut it back to 5. Davidson Academy driving down the lane, lays it up good. Drew Jimenez off the bench with a nice scoop shot and a 5-point lead again. Luke Catalong in the corner, back out to Martise. Swings it to Strickland to Jaden Barlar, deflected, and Davidson Academy comes out of there with it, and they're going to call Barlar for a foul as he was.
That's tough. That's
looked
his
like he was
third.
just trying to get back down court. Got kind of tangled up. 50-45. Coach is trying to decide what we're going to do here. Barlar's third.
You don't want to lose him.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to leave him in here, hopefully, and finish this quarter. 50-45. Marsh putting good pressure. Now back to Stone, driving on Barlar.
He's
and
lucky
Barlar.
There. They got it. Oh.
What a nice rejection there, about his fourth. And the ball off of us. Cross screen. Oh, nicely. And Jaden's going to, he's
I don't know
forward.
why you can't leave him in there.
Yeah, we probably should have taken him out, but he's got to go straight up. And when you know you've got 3, you can't touch him. It's better if Stone gets that. And now he can give him a 7-point lead. He gives him a 6-point lead. 1:36 to go. And Jaden is being replaced by Anderson. So we got a post man, a 5-man, and a 2-man having to replace him. That's where we are with Caleb Tyson with a concussion and out indeterminate amount of time. So that hurt our post bench strength. So we're down 7, 1:30 to go, our biggest deficit. Martise to Jalen. Marsh brings out top, left side of Catalone. He's going to hand off to Strickland, who wants to take it into the paint. He does. Float is up there. No good. It was really a nice shot. Davidson comes out of there, throws it length of the court, and laying the ball up nicely is Horton as he got behind our defense, and now we're down 9, and here's that run we talked about.
Yeah.
Games are usually won on 2 or 3 runs.
Not so sure we're losing some. We need to.
Luke takes him. Nice power. Misses. Martise with the rebound, and then they call a pulling down foul.
Who is that on?
Not sure. It was on Davidson. We will retain possession with 59 ticks left. We're down 9 now. Jalen's going to drive. Floats it left-hander. Nicely made. And we cut it back to 7. Showing front court. And let's see if Davidson goes for one.
Yeah.
No, Norton says, no, I'm going to go for it. And that's his 4th or 5th 3. And he gives them a 7-point lead. 4-3, and he leads.
I think we're losing some
scores.
of our legs, Coach.
We're down 10, and it's been a long game with a short bench.
Yes.
Anderson, right side, goes out top. Strickland backs up. 20 seconds to go, third quarter. The Eagles trail by 10, and Edwards just walked with the ball. Didn't jump stop, and those are little fundamentals kids have just got to do, and they don't sometimes see the importance of the little things that make a difference. I've always said a ball player starts with his feet. Oh, they're going to throw it in the corner. And wide open shot, no good. Anderson gets it with 12 seconds left. Throws a dangerous pass. Luke comes out of there. 9 seconds. Roaring past the timeline. 7 seconds. Drives all the way. Takes it off the board. No good. Luke puts it back up. No good. Gets it for the third time.
Good effort
with
by
1
Luke.
second. And they're going to call a foul against Jalen, or on Jalen. Well,
there's a shooting foul on 32.
yeah, what I meant, he's going to get to go to the line with .1 to go. So not time for any violation when there's only that time left. Only question is, can he cut it to 8? He will not do that. He will hopefully cut it to 9 as he clanks the first one off the front of the rim. So trying to cut it to 9 at the buzzer, and he rolls it in. And so this quarter is going to end with us trailing 57-48 as we go to the fourth canto. I'm not really sure what a canto is, but Davidson Academy leading 57-48. Back in a moment. Back at Nashville Christian School in Bellevue, Tennessee, on a very cold January night. We inbounds on the side, down 9, and have our backs against the wall and need to make a run here to get back in the game. Jalen Marsh looks to penetrate, picks it up. Anderson right side, he hits a backdooring Luke. Catalon spins, lays it up, and is fouled. Nice cut. Anderson found him. And Luke's got a chance to cut it to 7. $7:45 to go. Luke eyes the mark and knocks it home. Gets us down to 8. And here's where we need to make a run, get this thing under 5 here in a couple minutes. Then we can have a ball game to the wire. Luke guns it, makes it 57-50. 15 seconds into the fourth quarter. Nashville Christian will set in a 2-3 zone. Davidson Academy looks like they're going to go ahead and attack, and they're not going to pull them out, and they get to Stone. Stone charged. He lowered his shoulder, and I don't know, again, what else you can do. I mean, he doesn't move, and Stone he put his shoulder down and knocked him down.
Sure did.
I don't know what officials see on that.
That's a textbook.
It's baffled me, and now they lob it up to Stone, who left-handed in, and there's a big turnaround right there. Chance to cut it to 5. Instead, it's back to 9 as we enter 7.5 to go. Jalen kicks out to Josh Strickland, misses off the rim. Coming in front court, Davidson Academy, cutting across that Shaw as they set the court with a 9-point lead. 2 big possessions there with a tough call. And Stone Norton finds a cutter. Now they kick back out to Shaw, and he finally misses one. Jalen with a nice board. Under 7 to go, down 9. Matisse Edwards in the corner brings the ball back out top. No, he's going to penetrate, lose the ball, picks it back up, kicks it out to Jalen. Jalen's going to drive down the lane, hanging, bouncing, nice shot, but wouldn't go, and Norton with the board. Davidson Academy with a 9-point lead in the front court. They close out on Shaw nicely. He's going to throw it away. Anderson's going to pick it up. Anderson's going to take it, lay it up, and the ball would not go in, but he gets bailed out with a foul on the baseline. And unfortunately, he had a chance to make a 3-point play, just laid it up a tad too hard. Anderson guns it, makes it.
It's his 15th point tonight.
Morgan with a nice night, 59-51. Again, we're still in the game, down 8, 6:24 to go. And he strokes that one nicely. Great shooting form. So it's 59-52. Let's see if we can get the crowd back into it. Down to 6:15 to go. Davidson slowly bring it up, moves it around the zone. Little catch out top. Anderson lunges, misses, and they penetrate. Oh, Stone walked with the ball.
Yeah.
Stone with a late jump stop. And they called it. And now here we go. This is the little run to get back in the contest. Plenty of time left, Coach. We're down 7.
Yeah. Got to work the ball, be patient, find an open shot.
So we're wondering we'll get Barlar back in. He's got 4. Jalen with the scoop shot. He lays it in. Marsh down the lane and underhand scoops it right-handed, down 5. Back in the contest. You wonder if Davidson, are they going to pull us back out? No, they're going to set a court or set the play. And they got everybody on the right side. Some movement, misdirection, and they are going to gun the 3, and they're going to make the 3. Is Drew Bowling. Hasn't shot a lot tonight. He hammers.
First shot.
Yeah, he hadn't shot much at all, and what a one to hit. It gives them an 8-point lead. We play catch out front. Matt McClary has checked into the game. 8-point game. Here's Morgan going right down the lane, and he left hands it up there. He cuts it back to 6. So National Christian desperately needs a stop here. Luke Catalon's having to play the middle of the zone, so we've got a very small team in there, and they're going to try to take advantage of that.
That's good help there.
And Stone goes under, and they're going to have him stepping on that baseline. So Stone with 2 turnovers here.
Yep. And
Martish is going to come back in for Matt McClary. Wondering if Jaden's going to play here at the end. He's leading all scorers at 62-56. National Christian, Josh Strickland over to Jalen Marsh. Running the 5-out, cutting. Jalen will scoop again. Another right-handing layup, and we've cut it now down to 4. Approaching 4.5, and we have got a game. National Christian, who got just plastered at Davidson, is in this game. 4:20 to go. Davidson may now play a little catch and try to pull us out a little bit. They're in a 4-out with Norton at the high post, and they're going to hold the ball, and we're going to have to come out and get them to move the ball. 4:06 to go. In a 4-point deficit, National Christian. Stone drives in, hanging 10-footer. It rolls off. Martiz with the ball. Rips past the timeline. Gets the top of the key and almost throws it away, but we get it back and double dribble. So we mishandled the ball and a chance to cut it again to 1 basket. 3:48 to go. Barlar is checking back in. 3:44 to go as Davidson walks it slowly past the timeline and will try to pull us out. And we have no choice. We're going to have to here. And now they start an attack on top. Penetrate, free throw line, shot fake, and he's going to walk. I don't think
it looked like a walk.
You think he did?
He kind of bunny stepped with that plant foot. It was awkward looking anyway.
Yeah, Coach Harper, it looked funny. Not sure if he shuffled it, but Barlar back in, and let's see if we capitalize on Barlar's game high point for National Christian. Down 4, another opportunity. It's getting late. 3:20 to go. Jalen Marsh comes out, handoff. Skips it over to Anderson. Back out to Marsh. Right side, Luke Catalon. They look inside to Barlar. Swing it back around. Here's Marsh. Goes it in the corner. Anderson gunning. Anderson off the mark.
That's great.
Getting the rebound. Luke Catalon bangs the glass and pops it back in, and we have cut it to 2. The crowd alive. We have gone man-to-man, 62-60. The crowd on its feet here at Pinkout. Norton trying to take Jaden. Jaden, he spins nicely but misses it, and Barlar scrapes the boards. 2:40 to go. Eagles down 62-60. Martise, did he want to make that? He made it! Gives us the lead, his first 3 of his career, and Nashville Christian has regained the lead. What a run. This is the run we hoped for.
It is.
63-62, we lead. The clock at 2:20, Davidson Academy.
Jaden, be careful.
Throws it to Norton. He's got 4. He's got to be careful. They're going to gun a 3, and it's off the mark. Anderson with the board. Outlet to Morris.
Hey, we don't need
court
this.
to Martise Edwards. Give to
down.
Barlar, who's going to take an awkward shot. He probably should have slowed his body down. And Martise, right before he fouled, Davidson called a timeout. I think bailed him out on a reaching foul. But with 2 minutes left, and we've got Davidson Academy, I think looks like some cramps. But we're going to take a timeout here with a score. Nashville Christian leading 63-62. 2 minutes left in the game. From that, Phil Christian, Mike McPherson, Ron McCleary bringing the last 2 minutes of a great contest. Davidson Academy down 1 here on Sawyer Brown Road. Under 2 minutes to go. They work some motion. They're going to back screen, and they had Norton. He really came running on across when he was open. He's going to try to back Barlar in, and finally Edwards misses again. Luke comes out of there with it. Are we going to get a timeout? Coach tried to get a timeout, and I believe Martise may have pulled off that timeout. Smart heads up play, and with 1:38 to go, we got a timeout. And Nashville Christian leading 63-62. We'll be back in a moment. Hey, run down scoring leaders for us. Back to the Nashville Christian School Complex.
Let's see here.
Nashville Christian and Davidson, coach, scoring leaders.
Morgan Anderson with 18 and Jaden Barlar with 18 for the Eagles.
And here comes the Eagles in the front court as we will tick to a minute and a half and a handoff to Jalen Marsh. We've got that offense spread way out. And the handoff to Luke to Morgan. And they're going to try to run some clock here. Davidson will probably try to jump trap. That is the danger of a handoff offense, but if it's done right, you can get some back doors on it also. Martise brings it out, and they're going to foul him, trying to scoop him from behind. And Jimenez gets the foul, and we will go to the line. Martise Edwards, who hit a big 3 a while ago.
He did.
And tonight he's got
Martise has got 3.
3. That was his only.
No, he's got 5.
5, I'm sorry. He had
Yeah,
another layup earlier. Martise guns it.
No.
And it's going to bounce off for him. Jaden battling, but coming out of there is Norton. 1:08 to go. Davidson down 1. And they'll set it, move the ball around. Run some 4-out motion. They get Shaw on a curl, and he's going to get fouled by Martise. As we followed on the screen, didn't jump under it and followed it, but they're still not in the 1-and-1. There's exactly 1 minute left in this contest. And Nashville Christian has played a good game. Morgan Anderson putting pressure on the perimeter. Let's see what Davidson elects to do. We have gone man-to-man. Norton, yeah, he's walked a couple of times. And we get a steal. Martise Edwards lobs ahead to Jalen. And it's going to be stolen on a great hustle play by Drew Bowling as we had the numbers. 40 seconds to go. Davidson down 1. Looked like a walk again. Stone's going to drive baseline. We don't help. It's rejected by Jaden Marlar. His 6th, and they're going to foul Martise Edwards. Martise should have got it to Luke or Morgan. It's something he'll need to learn. They need to come running back to him also.
Got to be smart in the situation.
There's 28.1 seconds left. 1-and-1 for Martise, and that's going to be the 5th foul. And now they're going to try to straighten it up at the scores table. And the officials are trying to work that out. And not sure I think the officials are trying to figure that out. We have taken a 63-62 lead with 28.1 seconds left. And they're calling it on Shaw, who, man, that's a big loss. He has gunned some threes tonight. He's replaced by Richmond Roberts and Martise Edwards in a 1-point lead. Martise, his first game, looking for his first free throw, and he made it. And that brings the faithful to their feet over there. Now Martise with a 2-point lead, 28.1 seconds left. The crowd behind him, they'll grow quiet, but if he makes it, they will explode. He made it. They're going to wipe it off. He stepped across the line. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Timeout, Nashville Christian. We'll take a timeout with a score and 28 seconds left. Nashville Christian 64, Davidson Academy 62. All right, here we go. Ready to resume play in an exciting contest here, Nashville Christian. Martise Edwards gave us a lead with an incredible play and had a chance for a three-point play, or a chance, on the foul to give us a three-point lead, but stepped over the line. Now, let's see what Davidson Academy wants to do. 64-62. And they're going to go, they're going to stone it. Norton, that's what we thought. Well, no, they give it back. They're going to set the play. 22 seconds to go. Davidson Academy down 2. They're going to set a little crisscross action, and they get it to Norton. He's going to gun a 15-footer, and he makes it. He ties the game with 15 seconds. We're pushing it up the court. 11 seconds. Luke Cadlong in the front court. 9 seconds, and a timeout called by Nashville Christian. 8.4 to go. Nashville Christian, Davidson Academy, 64 all. Back in a moment. Now, what you're going to do, when the horns get the cheer go up to our crowd and then to the game. I'll tell you when. Back at Nashville Christian, very enthusiastic crowd on pink out in a tie ball game with 8.4 to go. We've got the ball in front court, side front court. Luke Catalon Jr. will bring the ball in. About free throw line extended out to the sideline. And let's see what we elect to do. 8.4 to go. Luke gets it to Jalen in back court. 7 seconds. 6. Jaden Barlar sets a screen. They look for him. 3 seconds. Luke Catalon's got it. He'll shoot a 30-footer, and it will bounce off the rim, and we will go into overtime from the complex at Nashville Christian. And we didn't get the shot we wanted. We had a look, but it wasn't what we wanted, Coach.
Yep.
And in a tie game at Nashville Christian, 64-64, back in a moment. Of all the nights to go into overtime, well, we're back here for 4 more minutes on a late night anyway, and we're going to have to jump it again. Jaden Barlar against Stone Norton, and boy, those two guys have battled it out great. It's been a good basketball game.
It has, all the way around.
The ball up, tipped, controlled by Nashville Christian. Martise Edwards will set the floor. Back out to Jalen Marsh. Right side to Luke Catalon. Man-to-man. And we've got 4 out, 1 in. Jalen penetrates, pitches back to Luke. Luke trying to drive, gets into the lane. Hanging shot, no good. It wouldn't go. It was a nice look.
That's a strong move.
Yeah. Norton with the ball. Jaden comes out on him. He can't foul him.
No.
He's got 4. Motion, another curl by Davidson. He walked with that
He
one.
sure did.
Davidson backs it out of there. They've got a baseline runner, Norton gunning, and he made it. Oh, my goodness. Norton comes through with a 3, and what a time to hit it with 3:15 to go, giving Davidson a 3-point lead. Marsh on top. Anderson on the side. Go forward action. Anderson driving, hanging off the glass nicely, and back to 1. 3 minutes to go. We're in a classic here at Nashville Christian.
He just walked.
Stone, he gets him up in the air, drives, kicks out. Here's the 3, and it's no good. And Jaden over the back, but Stone's going to tie him up. Fortunately, they didn't call Jaden over the back. I don't think he
close.
fouled,
No,
but
he didn't.
that gets called all the time, and the loose or the tie ball goes to Davidson. They lead by 1, 2:45 to go. Stone's going to gun another 3. Stone misses this one.
Oh.
Martise misses the rebound, and they foul after the made basket. Oh, my goodness. Somehow missed it. Oh, and there's a gamer right there, if there ever was one, if Davidson pulls this out. That's a play that you talk about. And with a 3-point lead, Davidson with the and 1, and it's missed. Ball tipped up there. Luke comes out of there with it, roaring past the timeline, pulls out now. He's trying to go one-on-one. Let's see what we do with the handoff. 2:28 to go. We're down 3. Jalen is going to walk with the ball. 2:24 to go. Again, young team, youthful mistakes. Just was dribbling a little too high and
Yeah.
then had to take the extra step. And now Davidson will pull it out, I'm sure. 2:18 to go in a 3-point lead, and they've got Stone handling it against Jaden, trying to get his fifth on him. And it looks like Davidson's actually attacking. They're doing a little weave ball screen offense. They swing it around and they drive baseline. And Jaden does a great job of going straight up. And Davidson is going to walk with the ball. Surely they're going to give him the timeout. That's a tough call.
Didn't
He
have
walked
a
with the ball.
No. He didn't even have possession of the ball.
No, and that's just.
That's bad.
And, I've talked to Gene Manise about that.
That's so
the
bad.
rule is you've got to clearly have
Yeah.
possession for 1 second. If there's any
That's really
look
bad.
of it has to be clear cut. You can't bail people out with that ball loose.
No.
It's kind of like a receiver who's got to have control before he hits the ground.
Wow.
And
Well, the other thing
Just
is
a tough one.
the coach was on the floor. I know he was trying to get his attention, but
tough luck there. And so we'll be back in a moment. Down 3, 1:59 to go. Ready to resume play. Davidson Academy, 1:59 to go on the clock in overtime. Nashville Christian puts pressure, but they're going to drive, and Jalen Marsh is going to foul the driver, Drew Jimenez, and Drew will go to the line and a chance to make this a 2-possession game. 1:57 to go. We're in overtime on Sawyer Brown Road. Jimenez makes it. It's a 4-point contest. So now we're backed up against the wall again. We made one run. Can we do it again? We've showed some grit in this game. We've come back twice. But Jimenez makes it a 5-point game. 1:50 to go. Martise past the timeline. We set the play. Luke's going to drive baseline, hanging. Should have jump stopped and shot fake. They bail him out. We need to land and shot fake. It's hard to make that floating shot with somebody in your face. So 71-66, 1:44 to go. Still plenty of time. The crowd got real quiet then.
that's his 11th point.
I thought we were going to have prayer there for a second. It got really quiet.
They knew I was about to speak.
71-67. Nice. He cuts it to 3. Full court pressure. Norton's going to bring it up against Jaden, who must not commit that 5th foul. And Martise comes out to double team. Nice rotation, but they skip it under, and Luke with really too aggressive on that foul. And they'll go to the line with the 3-point lead, 1:31 to go. So Stone's
got 33 right now.
33. He's a player. He's got 34. He rattles that one in with 1:31 to go, and he gives his team a 4-point lead. Stone eyes it, guns it, rattles through again. And we're down 5 again. 1:30 to go. The clock running as Martise Edwards brings the ball past the timeline. We're setting the play. Luke pops out. Anderson out top. We hand to him. He's going to gun a 3 off the back rim, and Jaden got away with the foul there. Davidson in front court, and we're going to have to foul. Oh, Luke almost had the steal. Coach Frazier was hoping they would call a deflection off of Davidson, but they retained possession, ahead 5 with 1:05 to go. Stone Norton breaks it up against Jaden. He cannot foul. They're going to have to bring somebody else out to do the fouling, and Luke once again overdoes it, and he's got to be careful. And 73-66, 56.1. Luke's going to foul out. And again, you got to have somebody else that's not in foul trouble. Jalen or Morgan's got to come up and make that foul. And again, that's just youth. And Matt McClary checks in for Luke as fouled out at the line of Gustafson, and he knocks it in. And now we're in a 6-point deficit with 56 seconds left. Gustafson has this one rim out, and they're going to get the rebound. Thought they went over the back. They didn't call it. McClary has to foul, smart foul with Gustafson. Will go back to the line, and they may have gotten away with an over and back there. I thought we had a foul, and that would have been big. Instead, with a 6-point lead, Gustafson returns to the line for 2. This one bounces in for a 7-point lead. 52.2 to go. Gustafson eyes the mark, guns it, and it bounces off the rim. McClary scrambling, and the jump ball will go to Nashville Christian with 50 seconds left. So they've gotten a couple of lucky bounces to help them out. So it's a 3-possession game. And only 50 seconds to go, and Martise Edwards quickly into the front court. He'll drive. He'll give it to Barlar, who put a little too much on it, and he'll foul out of the game right here. Stone will go to the line. 40 seconds to go, 7-point lead, and now it's going to be tough.
Who was that on? Was that on
They
Martise?
must have called it on Martise. So Jaden will stay in the game. And a 7-point lead, so it's 3 possession. We really need Stone to miss, but he doesn't. And he gives his team an 8-point lead. Stone Norton.
30. Let's see. What does he have? 36?
36. And a third time, the ball rolls in their favor, and they're going to call Martise with the foul on the baseline.
That's it for Martise.
He'll sit down, and I tell you, the offensive rebounds down on that end have just bounced Davidson's way. And that may be the gamer there, as they will go to the line with an 8-point lead in a 3-possession game with a chance to make it a 4-possession game. Only 38 seconds left. Trotter off the bench, left hands it up there, and it bounces good. So it's a 3-possession game, and that's 3 threes, and he's got a chance to make it 4-possession, and he left-hands it up again. In 10-point game, 38 to go. In a hurry, Matt McClary past the timeline, turns, gives to Jalen. Jalen will drive, scoops it, lays it up. Good. 28 seconds to go. We're down 8. We'll have to foul immediately. Anderson fouls Jimenez. But it'll be tough here. 78-70, 25.2. Had a college game the other night, down 8 with about 19 seconds left. It was pulled out.
Really?
Jimenez back at the line. And once again makes it a 3-possession game with 25 seconds left. 79-70. High-scoring game. And now 10-point game. So it's kind of academic from here, but we'll try to hit a couple of baskets in the closing seconds. Jalen throws it in court. Barlar is going to gun a 3. It's actually his foot was on the line. Timeout, and he hits a 2. And if his toe had been back, he'd have had his first 3 of his career. But his foot touched that line, and it's 80-72. 18 seconds left. Timeout. Well, as we're about to wrap up action here, 18 seconds remain. Nashville Christian will put on full court pressure. We've had 2 foul out and 18 seconds left. And they're going into
It's Jaden's 5th.
Into Stone, and Jaden has to foul him. 80-72, 16.8. They were smart. They went right to Stone with Jaden in the game. That's where you might want to sub out anybody with 4 fouls.
Yeah, Jaden's going out with 20 points.
Yeah, he's got 20. Stone will go to the line with
36. Make that 37.
incredible. They both battled it out. Jaden had to sit a lot with foul trouble.
Yeah, he predominantly the whole 4th quarter, right?
Great night. Caleb Tyson with the injury. And again, another long board. Here's Matt McClary. He's going to pull from college range. Nice look, but it's not going to go.
Try, good,
Ben powers it in with 8 seconds, and we're down 7. And the clock is going to run out on us as they actually throw it out of bounds, and they're going to call a jump ball. No, it goes back to us with 1.6, so we'll try to hit a buzzer shot. Ahead or down 7. Matt McClary throws it cross court to Anderson, who will throw it up there. No good. And the final score from Nashville Christian in overtime, a high-scoring game. Nashville Christian loses to Davidson Academy in an excellent contest by both teams, 81-74, went into overtime. We made 2 runs to stay in this game. And again, Coach, a little bit of growth tonight.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think we responded on both ends of the floor. I like to see us work the ball inside and have a post presence. That changes the game for us, to be honest with you. And to be honest, we're playing without one of our best post players. So
right,
you know, that was a valiant effort by Jaden and our guys finding them down low. So
yeah, we got inside nicely first half, but well, we're going to sign off and go home here and wake up in a couple hours and come back over
That's
here
right.
and get in the classrooms again. So from Nashville Christian, Bellevue, Tennessee, this is Mike McPherson along with Ryan McClary saying thank you for your time at this time. Until next time on this, the Eagle Network.